Welcome everyone. In today's video, we are going to talk about Geographic Information System (GIS). In this comprehensive tutorial for the beginners, I will be talking about everything means what is GIS, how it is being used, which are the components, how it different from our usual or conventional research methods, everything you need as a beginner to learn GIS. So this class would be exclusively for those people who are just started using GIS or want to learn GIS, how to use GIS or how to incorporate GIS in our routine research. So let's begin. So this is a very interesting example of Jon Snow already set this very wonderful example how using the map or the location data can help us to identify some crucial problem. Like in this case, in 1854, Jon Snow used to prepare this map to locate the cholera cases, and he solved this cholera epidemic long back in 1854. So that is the usefulness of map rather than having simple Excel sheet or simple data tables. If we can have map, then it is magically turn your question into answer. This is another recent example from India where the researcher tried to identify the cluster of cases, or they help so developing an approach for assessing clustering at the lower administrative boundaries that increases the yield of active screening for leprosy in Bihar, India. So where a researcher or the team can focus so that they can identify more cases. So there would be a more yield rather than moving here and around and screening. They can focus, is there any opportunity or is there any specific area where they can focus. So this is the table data. It's the table data, and which one is better? Previous one table or this map? This map, isn't it? This map is having the same information, but instead of table, it is in the form of map. So it is more intuitive. And now what they have answered, the clustering. These are the area where the active screening can yield more casings, and they have proven that hypothesis in their research. So this is the second example. So what they concluded, we found a high yield of active household contact screening. Our tools for identifying high incidence hamlets appear effective. Focusing labor intensive intervention such as door to door screening on such hamlet could increase efficiency. So it is quite impressive. They solved the very operational problem using the GIS technology. So in this lecture, we will be understanding what is GIS, which are the components of GIS, what do you mean by GIS data, and how it can be applied for solving the problems, which are the software being used in GIS. Okay, so what is the difference between the conventional research and the research that is using GIS? We have data collection, then we have methods, we have analysis, interpretation, and conclusion. Everything we have in the conventional research. So data collection methods, we are collecting data in the form of age, sex, occupation, laboratory investigation. So whatsoever the variables we are interested of, or that will help us to answer our hypothesis, to evaluate our hypothesis, and we would be using SPSS data or other kind of software to analyze our data, and we would be presenting our result in the form of descriptive or statistical analysis. Then we interpret those results and we conclude from that. Now what is additional that is being added by the GIS? So GIS using the same technology, data collection, but what additional data? Additional data is a location, the geographic information that is located attached to your data, that is known as the spatial or the spatial attributes that is attached to your data. So that is the additional information, and for those additional information we need a technology known as the geographic information technology, which includes the softwares like ArcGIS, QGIS, WebMap, etc. And as the analysis part is concerned, we would be doing a spatial analysis techniques. So not only the descriptive and statistical analysis, but additional spatial analysis techniques that is being used while using GIS data, and interpretation and conclusion same as the conventional research. So this is the additional things we would be doing while our using the our research using GIS. Now let us answer what is GIS. So GIS is a geographic geospatial information. So information about places on Earth's surface. Anything which is it is moving or non-moving, moving like car, like person, or non-moving like buildings, places, farms, fields, sea, river, ponds, etc. Knowledge about what is where, when. So what it is, where is person, it is land, object, where it is, when, what time. So time is also very important component of GIS. Like the changes in the glacier melting, 10 years before, 10 years after. Deforestation, 10 years before and 10 years after. Decadal changes in the forestation. This kind of answer. Changes in the rain pattern. Geographic, geospatial, sometimes used interchangeably. If we define what is GIS, a powerful set of tools for collecting, storing, retrieving, transforming, and displaying spatial data from the real world. So, this is the one definition. Another definition is a computerized database management system for the capture, storage, retrieval, analysis, and display of spatial data. So, this second definition is rather more or interesting and easy to remember. So this is a system which is being used to store, analyze, and display data. Now the another terminology is geographic information technology. It is nothing but having the three component like global positioning system. You might have heard GPS, which used the system of Earth orbiting satellites, which can provide precise 100 meter to sub-centimeter location on Earth's surface. So if you have used Google Maps, then you might be aware about the GPS because it helps us to navigate from one place to other. Similarly, the another system is remote sensing. Now, remote sensing is basically a camera fitted on the sky with the help of satellite or with the help of the drone or the aircraft. So it captures the images of Earth's surface. Now, these images are not ordinary images like JPEG or PNG. These images are different from the usual images in the way that it is having the information about the location, also known as the raster file. So the raster file most of the time it is made up of the TIFF file. So this TIFF file is not ordinary file. So if it belongs to a city like Surat, then if I drag and drop to GIS software, it will not locate somewhere else. So that is the geographical information attached to that raster file. So that is the difference between the ordinary image and the remote sensed image. Geographic information system. This is the tools or the software used to input, storage, manipulation, analysis, and display of information. So basically, geographic information technology is having the global positioning system, remote sensing, and geographic information system. Now this is very crucial and very important data where most of the beginners stumble upon. Finding GIS data. Where to find GIS data? So there are two parts of GIS data, acquiring GIS data. One is you have to use a ready-made or the secondary data. Already someone has created or there are some organization or the sites that are providing you a Shapefiles. Shapefiles are basically a vector file. Polygons, basically they are the Shapefiles like the country, the boundaries of your country, state boundary, district boundary. We will be exploring more about the Shapefiles, so don't bother. Just right now, just currently focus on the data Shapefiles from organization or institute. For example, NASA, for India, Bhuvan, or there are other sites which make them available for the public use, non-commercial use. So readily available save files you can use. Why? Because there is no need to reinvent the wheel. If somebody has already created a state boundary or the country boundary, then you need not to create that boundaries, because it will take a lot of your time. If there is any change or minor modification, for example, like in India, so many recently created states, like in Gujarat, so many newer district has been created. So you can just use that state boundary and you can modify the state shape file, so that you can do. But there is no need to create state or the country boundary, because this is readily available, you can use it. So I will be providing the certain useful resources to you, website links from where you can download shape boundaries, certain TIFF file, raster file like population density, uh, education, land elevation, and so this you can uh, already people had work upon that and you can readily use it. And another important thing is you can create, you can add, and you can edit your save file. For example, if you want to create, if you are doing some research and you want to create some buildings, some polygons, some points, or you want to add the your cases, then that part you have to do. You have to do this part. So this part is bigger part is already been taken care of. All right, accessing GIS data. So accessing GIS data means there are so many application, desktop app or the mobile Android app which you are already using and having the access to GIS data, like finding location, navigating from one place to other place, finding distance, and so many things. Traffic, idea regarding the traffics, and so on. Now sometimes as an organization or as an institute, we may need to share our data within the other within the organization with our staff, our subordinates, or our superior. So this is very handy and very crucial, because ArcGIS Pro like application is having the directly accessibility to its own server, and it can be shared using the ArcGIS online. While using the QGIS like software, you can also create web map using the plugins, and you can directly share it with your staff using online as well as the offline platform. For the online platform, you may need account in GitHub or any other servers where you can deploy the your map data, so that you can share it. Then depending upon the role and responsibility, those data would be consumed. For example, this is the my department's map, where this is the field practice area of our urban health training center in Surat, UATC Althan. So this map is created using simple Google My Map. This is the area boundaries. These are the area covered during the house to house visit. These are the area left. So the head of the department would be interested in knowing the extent of the UATC field practice area, which are the slums, which are the clinics, hospitals are covered in those areas, where students are usually going for the field visit. Those kind of information is very crucial for the head of the department and other coordinators. Grassroots level worker, resident, and other staff, MSW, can utilize those data to find out which are the area which needs still which needs to be covered in the next field visit, how much time it has been passed since the last visit. So all those information are handy and available in this map. Some basic GIS concept. So mapping is a key, but it's not the whole story. GIS not simply for making maps. So it's rightly said that mapping is key, but not the whole story. Means mapping is just a beginning, like in our conventional research. Data collection is not research. After data collection, you do so many things with your data cleaning, filtration, and you make your data for the further analysis. So after mapping and collecting those data, the analysis, the geospatial analysis is very much is the next step, and it is very much crucial to answer some important queries, important question from your research. So maps at different scale, projection, colors, not simply for storing maps or images. In fact, it stores the data, as I said. So data is very much important, and it will help you to answer some important questions after you analyze. You do some spatial analysis. After you use some geospatial techniques on those data, and you can answer some important question. So recreating the world on map, converting the parts of your world, everything on it, above it, and in it, into simple geometric shapes, points, lines, and polygons. Remember this: GIS is really just a model of the world created by staking together layers of points, lines, and polygons. Example, our campus. Simple example is our campus wherever you are living. There are so many things inside your campus. So if you start creating it using shapes, lines, and polygons, then it would be very wonderful. This is just a simple example. Two very complex example is of the police department. The police department is having the GI. If police department is incorporating GIS in their data, then their data will having the all the information, numbers of roads, cities, number of police station, chowkis, traffic hours, night traffic hours, crime spots, frequent crimes happening, numbers of crime happenings, yearly data, the reasons behind those crime spot, whether it is inside the city, outskirts of the city, isolated area, area having the no street lights, area having the less facility or no patrolling, where there is need for increasing patrolling, where the location of the fire station, where is the location of hospitals. So this police department data would be very complex example. Let us now indulge ourselves in some creating some GIS data or adding some GIS data. Alright, so go to your Google Chrome browser and type in Google search Google mymap. So this is the Google mymap. So this is the Google mymap, and click on get started and use your, as I already having the account, it is directly jump to my dashboard. So if you don't have account, create the Google account. Same the Google account you are using can be used to create the map already. So I have already created map, so it is having the some 4 map, but you have to click on the create new map to alright, to have the simple information or simple understanding of what do you mean by polygons, lines, and points that are that is we already talked about in our talking about in our class. Let us use Google My Map. It is a simple web-based tool which can be used to generate the simple GIS data or simple map. Alright, so zoom it whichever the area you want to create or add map. So this is the civil hospital campus. I want to map this. I want to create some data regarding the new civil hospital Surat. So I choose this. I zoom this area. Okay, now what is shapes? So shapes are basically line, or it is a closed line, which polygons, or it is a points. So these are the shapes. Now how to create those shapes which having the location information? That can be done in the web based app or a desktop app like QGIS or ArcGIS. So click on this icon here. Click on this icon, and it will ask you to add line or shape, add driving route, add walking route. So I would be clicking on add line or shape. Alright, then just start clicking. I'm not doing it precisely, just to show you how you can create polygon. So see, this is the polygon you have created. You can name it, like I am labeling it NCHS. Other information, you can write your name and you can save. You can edit later on, you can add image, you can delete it, you can change color, everything you can do it. And it will also provide you some basic information, like it is 2.82 kilometer and it is having the 4.9 hectare. So this kind of basic information. You can add some images also in your data. So this is, oh sorry, if you can also move it, just undo it because I have moved it. So remember this is the live file and it is not locked, it can easily be moved. All right, so now we will be adding some line, like routes, like a road. All right, so this is a main road. Sorry. Main road. Save it. Again, you can, this is the 616 meter. Change the color. Let us change the color. Let us make it this one. This color. All right, so we have made this layer. So this is the untitled layer. Let us this is just for the demonstration purpose. I am adding these lines and polygons. Otherwise the polygon should be in the one layer, then lines should be in the one layer. So that is how you organize your data. So this is the NCHS demo. Save. So here, if you are creating numbers of polygon, then those polygons should be in the single layers. Then you are creating the roads inside this campus, then it should be in the another layers. Likewise, if you are creating points, then those points should be in the different layers. So likewise, you organize data. This is just for the demonstration purpose. I have added the all points, roads, everything in the single layer. It should not be like that. Okay, let us add now points. So this is the points I am adding. All right, so here I am adding one point, and this is the hospital. See, this is hospital. Okay, all right. Change the color to this icon. You can click on more icon. You can search also here hospital, and it will show you. Oh, this one. Let us do this one. You can also choose custom icon. All right. So we have added the hospitals. So basically we have added three shapes. One is polygon, another is the line, and another last one is the point. So this is how you can do it. Another important things that is very useful in Google Map is you can type here, like you can type here hospitals. This one is very much important. Hospital. Search places near current view. So it will give you all the hospitals in this view, and you can select all. Just click here, this one. You can just click here, and you can just click here and add all those hospitals in your layer. Let me create another layer and then do this thing. Okay, rather than you can select it and remove it from the layer. You can select from here and you can remove it. I'm removing. Okay, all right, so you can select from here and remove it. Now let me create another layer. Add layer. Okay, so it has added new layer. Click on that layer. Title, give this layer title hospitals. Okay, hospitals, click on okay. Okay, now we will be adding hospitals to those layer. Okay, again type hospitals, hospitals. All right, so there are so many hospitals and we can add all of them using this icon. All right, so it has added the hospitals and you can customize it using this one, group by individual layer. Instead of individual layer, uniform style, set labels, no labels, names, whatever the name it is having, uniform style. So that is the uniform style. Okay, and you can change the icon from here. More icon, hospitals. So let us go back to and use simple icon, hospitals. And then we have this icon. Okay, click on OK. So now it has changed to this icon. See? So that is how you can add a layers. Similarly, you can type schools. It will show you the schools, and similarly you can add the school layers, then soap layers, then the etc. So this is how you can add the layers and the simple Google map. Okay, suppose you have some Excel file, suppose you are having some location data in the Excel file, then you can add layer, click on the add layer. So it has added, and then you can import the data from your Google spreadsheet, or you can import the Excel data. Browse. This is the Excel data having the latitude, longitude information. So it is having the latitude, longitude information. The information regarding the location should be there. Your coordinates, latitude and longitude. Otherwise it will not work. Continue. Okay, choose column, title your markers. What you want to mark your location. So this is the household information. So I want to label it using the let us take this household location. Finish. Now it is loading. You see? Can you see? This is our clinic is located here, and this is our field practice area. I used very limited data for this demonstration purpose. Otherwise, we have more than 4,000, 5,000 data. Okay, so there are only 147 items. Now again you can change the icon to home because it is the house to house survey, and you can change the color. If you want this to be orange, you can change orange. You can change this color or whatever you want. All right, so this is the house survey. It has already labeled. I can change the label, student visit or family survey, etc. All right, so we have added another layer. So can you see, friends, these are the layers like the sandwich or the burger. Then we have tomato slices, we have salads, we have cheese. So these are the layers. Then we have the polygons, then we have hospitals, then we have the points. So these are known as the layers. So this is how you can add the points. You can share this map. This is the preview mode. Now this is the preview mode. Now you can drag. You cannot move this layer. That was the live layer, so you can move it. But now you cannot move it. So this is the preview, how it will look. All right, then this is the share option. You can title is demo demo in C. You can write down description, click OK, and you can, anyone with this link can view and let others search for and find this map on the internet. So you can publicly or you can privately share this map using this link. This is publicly available, and uncheck this, then it will not publicly available. Then I can copy this link and I can share it with anybody who wants to see it. Like on my website, I can share it using the embedded link. So this is how it will appear. You can, from here you can change the base map. From here you can change the base map. These are the 6 different base map layer available, and you can also change it to satellite view. Alright, so that is the sharing option. Then from here you can do the another important thing, like you can set the default view, like setting default view. This is my default view. Okay, now I've zoomed it here. I can again change it to my default view. So this will be my default view. So see how you can set the default view. Then you can embed on my site. If you have website, then using this HTML code, you can link, you have to copy paste in your HTML code, and you can showcase your map on that page, or your blog also, if you are writing a blog. Alright, then another important thing is you can export KML or KMZ file. Alright, so entire map, or you can choose the layer you want to export. Entire map you can export, download. So this demo NCH KMZ file has been downloaded, and you can now this import into ArcGIS or QGIS software. Okay, so let us do that now. Let us demo that. So friends, this is the QGIS software 3.32 LIMA. Let us open one blank project. This is the file we created and download. So this is the file we have created using the Google mymap, this demo nchat.kmz file. So this is a zipped keyhole markup language, KML, zipped KML file. So let us drag and drop directly this file to our software. So see, it is having the 4 layers: hospitals, house survey, NCHS demo, NCHS demo. Add layers. So it has already added. See, this is how it has added. Now let us put some baseline layer so that we can relate it. Let us put Google map as a baseline layer. Alright, so this is the Google map base layer, and now you can see this is our file. That is, we created in the Google My Map, and the same file we import in the QGIS software, or any kind of GIS software you can import. So this is a very quick demo of how to use the Google My Map and import those files into any GIS software. Alright friends, so we demonstrated how using the Google My Map, that how to create the shapes, points, lines and polygons. Another important thing that I talk about is the accessing the GIS data. So either you can create edits, or you can use the ready-made data. So let us discuss that. There are 2 important sites that I want to share with you. There is also a exclusive resource source file that is I have already shared with you. You can download it using that link provided in the description. 2 most important data source that I want to demonstrate here. So let us jump to that. This is the file which is having all the resources. So one is this file, this www.diva-gis, this file. So click on that, open this file, open this link. Alright, so this is the source from where you can download your country specific data. Suppose I am selecting India, then these are the options: administrative areas, inland water, roads, railroads, elevation, land cover, population. So these things you can download from here. Population mask, select, click OK, and you can download. Click on the download and you will be able to download your country specific file. So this one is the source, and another source is, so this is India mask population zip file downloaded. So another useful link is, all right, another important data set is this one. Click on this link and it will open you. All right, so this one, this here you can go to home page. Okay, you can type your country here, India. So it is having the country specific data, and from the data series you can select the format. So if from here you can select the format, GeoTIFF, geodatabase, KML, PDF. So GeoTIFF, this is the raster file, image file, and this is GeoJSON, and KML, SHP, these are the shape files. So if I will click this, then it will show me all the shape files and you can download from here. Also, all right, so how you can download, you can just click on this. Okay, so this is having this corrected boundary file. Okay, so you can download this simple GeoJSON file and you can add it inside your software, GeoBoundary GeoJSON. Okay, let us download this admin5 file, what it contains, and let us add it to our QGIS software. Now let me demonstrate that. Alright, so it is being downloaded. It is quite a big file, 251 MB. Once it gets downloaded, we can work with our QGIS. So if you want to download QGIS, how to install it, how to start with it, you can just watch my this video. Installation, basic installation for Windows as well as for the Mac, I have demonstrated in that video. And how to start or how to begin working with the shape file, that I have demonstrated in the detail. Here I am just demonstrating how to use the ready-made file as well as how to create the shapes and the various polygons, lines and the points, just like we created using the Google mymap. Alright friends, so this file is downloaded. Open this folder and let's jump to QGIS software. So this is our QGIS software interface. Alright, and we have our this file. You can just click on new project and drag and drop this file here. So I cannot teach each and everything here. I cannot demonstrate each and every part of QGIS software here. But if you want to learn QGIS, then you can always check out my this QGIS playlist where I have discussed all the details regarding QGIS. So it is a big file, so it may take time to load depending upon the PC or the computer you are using. Click on add layers, select this and click on add layers. Alright, so can you see, this is how this file looks and this is how it gets loaded. Zoom to layer, and this is a really quite big file. So let me select another small file and I will demonstrate, because this is really big file and it will be very difficult to demonstrate using this such big file. Let me select another administrative file, India, and just for the demonstration. So this is the another file. Okay, so this is how shape file looked, and you can extract the area specific file from the same shape file. For example, if I want to select Gujarat only, then I can do so using the various features, selection features, like this field value, the name, double click it, then select, then all value. Here I will select Gujarat. Okay, select features, close. So the Gujarat only selected, then I will right click and I will export save selected feature as a ESR file. Select the directory or folder where you want to save. I will select it on the desktop. Let's click new folder, demo, GIS, create, give name as Gujarat save file or Gujarat, simple Gujarat. Rest of the thing as it is, click OK. Okay, so it has added now new file here. So it has added new save file here. See this, Gujarat. So I can now just uncheck this. So this is my Gujarat file. Now I can work this. Okay, so I was talking about the adding some save file and edit it. So if you want to edit this file, then you have to select this option. You can click on edit, then click on this vertex tool. After clicking, you can just change the boundary or whatever you want to change. So this is how you can change it from here. You have to just double click it and you can change the layer. You can create new layer or this boundary you can change. Double click and just drag and it will change, and it will ask you to save when you click on the toggle edit icon. Save. So this is how you can edit. Now what if I want to create some other file? So I need a base map. That also you can add from here. I have already added. So my box, let me select this one. This everything you can learn from the QGIS playlist. So please visit if you are interested in learning. So this is my Gujarat. Let me reduce the opacity. Okay, so now we are in the QGIS software and we want to create some layer. Let me opacity, change the color to like this one. Alright, so now again I want to create layer of new civil hospital, the QGIS. So same procedure, we have to create layer. So I will just click on this icon. This icon is for the creating new save file. I will choose the directory demo GIS. I will label NCHS, save, then geometry type. I am creating polygon, so select polygon. Then name, these are the fields you can add. Types, these are known as the non-special attributes that you can add associated with the file or so data. So now we have added this, you can see here. Now we have added this NCHS save file and we are working on that file. Click on that file. From here you have to select this toggle edit icon. This is the toggle edit icon. Click on that, so it will activate it. And if it is not here, you can right click on this and you have to select the digitizing toolbar. This you have to check, otherwise if it is not here, then alright, then this is the icon on which you have to click, this one. Click on this. Now your polygon creating polygon active, and you can just click and you can add the polygon or shape. Zoom out, again zoom back. This is just for the demonstration purpose. I am not doing precisely. And right click, so it will ask you to add some value. ID1, name I will add NCHS, just like we did in Google mymap. Type government facility. So these are the data, attribute data is as per your need. So the numbers of data or number of field you can add as per your need. Alright, so it has created one polygon, and when you click on this toggle editing, it will ask you to save this. Save. So now it has saved as a NCH file. You can double click on this layer, and you can change this many things. Limbology, labels, I can label it, single label, name, apply. Okay, so now the label is appear. I can change the font size, color, everything you can do from here. All right, so this is how you can add polygon. Let us add let us change the, all right, either you can change the fill, or you can make it from here, no brush. Either you can change the opacity, or you can select no brush, fill style no brush, and it is having the no brush style. Let me simple fill, border stroke color. Let me select some other color, this color. Okay, and border. Okay, so this is now appearing. So now I want to add some lines. So again, you have to do the same procedure. Go back to your directory, select as a roads or road 1. This is the main road. Main. Click save. Geometry type. This file encoding should be UTF-8. Geometry type. Now we are creating lines. So select line. Rest of the thing as it is. You can select name, add to field. Then you can select size or the width of the road. And we will be in the decimal. Type. This is highway. Now you have to text whether it is highway or so, like so, like this. Again, you have to click on this toggle field. So now it is the line features. Click on this, so icon become activated. I am selecting this main road. Here I am selecting this main road. I am not making it very precise, just for the demonstration. This is the main road in civil hospital campus. I can draw it. All right, right click. So this is the road number 1. Road 1 width, let us say it is a 20 meter or 10 meter, just roughly. Type, it's a campus road. Okay, it's a campus road. Okay, similarly, when you click on this toggle icon, it will ask you to save. Again, the same. I want to create another road, the same layer. So then I will click on this. Right click, road number 2, 10 meter road. Okay, so now we added 2 road. So now again I click back, it will ask me to save. So you can see the property, right click and open attribute table, so you can see the property. So we have added road 1 and road 2. So you can check the property. Then similarly, upon attribute, you can check the property. We have only one polygon. So layer is made up of the one or multiple polygons, creates the layer. For example, this Gujarat. If I select and open attribute table, so this Gujarat polygon or Gujarat layer is made up of this numbers of 25 polygons. It is made up of 25 polygons. So you have to understand this, zoom to layer. So this many polygons are there in the Gujarat shape. So if I fill style, stroke color, stroke width 1, select this color to some different visible click apply and click OK. So see, so this is our shapes. These many shapes are creating this Gujarat layer. So like this. Now again zoom back to your layer. Okay, so now we will create the another point. point layer we are creating. Save. Geometry type point, name, type. Alright, so click OK. Click on toggle edit icon, click, and this is our one kidney hospital, government, government. Okay. Okay, so the another two, name, college, type, government college. Okay, click again toggle edit icon, click save. So now we have added the point. So we have added polygon, line and point. So this is how it can be done using the QGIS software. So I have demonstrated how to create the shapes and layer, and now I will demonstrate how to add a raster file or raster layer. Alright, so let us download some raster file from this site. Click on GOTIFF. Let us download this. Alright, it is small file, so it will take 1 minute to download. Alright, so file is downloaded. Now let us again go back to our QGIS and let us access that file. Let us drag and drop it here and zoom to layer. So this is the population file. So this color grading is showing the concentration of the population. So this is the highest, black is the lowest. Population density points you can make out. This is Ahmedabad, this is Mumbai, this is Bengaluru, this is New Delhi. You can change this color also. Like I can right click on. Okay, so now I have classified it too. So this is how you can handle your raster data. So this is the raster data. Raster data is basically an image, and image is having the pixel, and pixel is having the some value. So depending upon that value you can do the analysis. Alright, so this is how we can handle, create shape files and handle raster file in the QGIS software. So we demonstrated that how to access the various resource file, as well as we also demonstrated how to create the shape files. Alright, specifying locations, geographic coordinate system. So to specify the location, every point, every lines or every dot is having the real world location on the earth. Every point, line and polygon put into a GIS is tied to a real world location on the earth. This is just I have demonstrated. Some things sit on top of earth like cell tower, other things sit underground like sewer line or the bottom of an oil well. But they are all have coordinates that specify their location, latitude and longitude. The best known system for specifying location is the one that uses latitude and longitude. Specifying location, the geographic coordinate system. Latitude, longitude, I'm not going to demonstrate in a very detailed manner, but you know this how this system works. So latitudes are the horizontal line that runs across our globe. These are known as the latitude. The main longest line is known as the equator, and the other lines, major lines, are the tropics of Cancer, tropics of Capricorn. Then similarly the imaginary line are the vertical lines. This is the prime meridian, and other lines are also passing through the earth. There are 180 latitude and 360 longitude, which will help us to decide the place, time and the climatic zone. Now this point where the line is crossing horizontal as well as the vertical. So latitude and longitude are known as the coordinates, and this whole system is known as the coordinate system. Time Greenwich lines which used to identify the time zone, tropics, temperate, polars. You can watch my this video if you want to understand that thing in detail. So longitude is usually specified first. Every point, every historic banyan tree, every manhole cover, every fire hydrant knows its latitude and longitude. If the data is 3D enabled, we'll find a third coordinate elevation, which is the height above sea level. This is the latitude and longitude extent of our country, India. Geographic information system, intuitive description. So if we describe it, what is it? So it is basically so this is the real world. Now these two layers are the raster data captured using the satellite. This is being made using the GIS software, land parser. These are the polygons, these are the straight lines, and these are the dots, just like we demonstrated. So it is a map with database behind it, virtual representation of the real world and its infrastructure. Consistent as build of the real world, natural and man-made, which is queried to support ongoing operation. Summarized to support strategic decision making and policy formulation. So this information being used, analyzed and displayed. Now let us talk about the components of GIS. It includes the GIS software, data, hardware, people and methods. What is hardware? Hardwares are used to capture the various raster data, especially the images. So it's a computer system to satellites used to capture the GIS data. Then we have software that are being used like ArcGIS, QGIS, web-based software like Google mymap. So we already demonstrated this. Components, data, the vector data, spatial and non-spatial data. Spatial data includes vector and raster data. Vector data includes the shapes, polygons, lines and dots, points. GIS can integrate spatial data with table data stored in DBMS. So you can also connect or join your data that is in the Excel spreadsheet format or in the other database format. Those people who are using it, specialist trainer to those who are using to solve the problems. Methods is the specific methods used to capturing data as well as to process and analyze data. Geospatial analyzing techniques. So we have spatial data, specify location, stored in Shapefile, geodatabase or similar geographic file. Attribute, what, how much, when. This is specifies the characteristic at that location, natural or human created. Just like we demonstrated. Types of hospital, whether it is 24 hours or daycare center, highway, whether it is the highway, street road, campus road. If it is the point, then it is the crime spot, it is a person, it is a tower, or whatsoever. Then GIS system traditionally maintains spatial and attribute data separately, then join them for display or analysis. So we have this spatial data as well as we have the database table, and they can be joined together with the help of the keys, a unique key. For example, in ArcView, the attributor table is used to link a Shapefile spatial structure with database table containing attribute information in order to display the attribute data spatially on map. Three or four kind of GIS: desktop application and web mapping like Google My Map or ArcGIS Online, web browser with GIS tools, Google My Map, apps, APIs like Mapbox API, which can be used to bring your data or tiles or base map in your QGIS or other software. API is Application Platform Interface. GIS data structure. It is having graphic and as well as the alphanumeric data. Graphical data can be presented again in the form of spatial and non-spatial or attributes. Spatial data again divided into vectors and raster. Rasters are basically image file. Vectors are basically shapes and rasters are the images captured using the remote sensing satellite or the aircraft or drone images of the surfaces of the earth, aerial photograph and remote sense scan images. Alphanumeric non-spatial attributes. So again example of vector data and same example of raster data. So raster data is basically a pixel or the image and vector data are the shapes. This is the example of raster data. So each cells represent the information. Each cell is having the specific information, specific values, also known as the array. So this is the vector data, polygons, and polygons is also having the information, and we just demonstrated it using the Google mymap as well as the QGIS polygons. So I guess that now you understand what is the vectors and how it can be created. So this is the map features dot, then the GIS vector format also would be dot, having the coordinates x and y, latitude, longitude, and GIS raster format in the form of cell, pixel. Rasters are faster, but vectors are corrector. So rasters are faster, but the raster file is costly also and not easily accessible. You have to rely on some other agencies. Vectors you can easily create and it is having the more precise information. Vectors are having the more precise information. Vector and raster representation of the line. Map feature line, the same can be, so this is the map feature, same can be represented by the GIS vector format, line like we draw in Google Map, and this is the GIS raster format where the same information is captured using the image in the form of cells, pixel. So this is the polygon or the area, representation of the area. So same thing can be done with the area. This is the actual area and the GIS vector format in the form of polygon, and same in the form of image having the pixel or the cell. Sources of data, so maps and lands, maps and plans, the actual paper plans or the paper data, paper map can be converted into a GIS data, paper files, interviews, attribute, non-spatial or attribute data, field survey, which include attribute, spatial attribute like capturing of the location during the data survey. Many mobile-based application like ODK can be used to capture those data, or simple Google Forms can be used to capture the location based data. Then remote sensing used to capture the images, so aircraft used to capture the images. These are the source of data. So GIS process, as like the conventional research, you capture data, then you register map base, you interpret data, you analyze it, you convert to digital format, store data, you process data, analyze and display the result. This is the whole process of GIS. Geospatial analysis. process of examining, interpreting data that has geographic or spatial components such as location or coordinates. It involves using specialized techniques and tools to analyze and understand patterns, relationship, and trends within the spatial data like heat map, clustering of cases. This field integrates geographic information system, GIS, remote sensing, cartography is making maps, and various data analysis methods to gain insight into how different variables interact within a specific geographic area. So, how to begin? If you want to start some project or research, how to begin? So, the process of GIS. So, you learn basic how to think using the various shapes like lines, polygon, dots, a raster, population density, land elevation. So, think about the place or topic, do some review of literature, ask question which problems can be solved using the GIS or the location data, geographic data, analyze data to make map, which are the data you will need, explore readily available data, make your own data, use some raster file, just like we initially we saw the example of the Bihar leprosy data, how they analyze the leprosy data and they use the GIS system to focus on the area where they can get the maximum cases, maximum yield, explore the patterns, enhance the data or modify the analysis, ask a new question, repeat. So this is how it can be done. This is the example of applied GIS area or the field which it can be applied: urban, environment, political science, civil, business, education, and health sectors. Thank you. So I guess this ends the our GIS introductory lecture. I have covered most of the basic things where the beginner stumbled upon: how to get those data, how to create data, how to use Google Map, or how to work. QGIS is free software, unlike the ArcGIS Pro where you have to pay annual subscription $100. So QGIS is very versatile and can do everything like the ArcGIS Pro can do. So you can just start your GIS journey, and I am hoping to make more tutorial regarding the GIS, some advanced topic like how to analyze and how to process the raster file, how to analyze, how to use some analytic techniques. So stay tuned. If you like this video, you can subscribe my channel and you can visit some more advanced tutorial in the GIS playlist. So that is all for today. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.